Good morning and welcome to Fat Cow Farm. Now today we've got a little bit of a treat. I'm just going to quickly show you how to hang a gate. Now I've picked up these little gate hinges from RoTech Rural, and again super easy with heaps and heaps of adjustments. So what we've got here is a little pedestrian gate. I need some access to and fro, so before we actually start putting my fence mesh up, we'll get this set up ready to go. I've got my stays already established, my posts are in, so let me get a few things and I'll see you soon. Alright, so what I have here are the hinges for the RoTech Rural Drivetight posts going onto our little pedestrian gate. Now the way that they've set these up is for the simple person like myself. Now if we both look at this, there's two different heights there. Now I asked myself, why are there two different heights? Because I put it together on another fence and I couldn't work it out. Now what they've done is they've stamped bottom on one and top on the other. Now what you'll see is that the top one is purely just the top of the gate support and the bottom one actually holds the pin. Now it's a fail-safe design. Now what I've also got here, and this is what I found pretty much the best, because crooked gates and me just don't work together. So what we have is RoTech have come up with this system where we can adjust the length of the gate should you put your post in a little bit too far, or in turn we can adjust it so that if you're swinging your gate open up onto a bit of a high gradient, you can adjust it like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the bottom hinge. I'll show you how this works and how all the bits and pieces go together. So until then, I'll see you soon. All right, so here we are at our fence post. Now this is the one that I want to put the gate hinges on. And as you can see, we only have a few parts to work with, which makes things really simple. Now this is our gate pin. So imagine our gate will sit on top of this and then pivots like so. Now, the way that this all comes together is almost like it's like a little party, a fence party, I should say. So all the parts come together for a great night out. Now, all we do is just interlock all this together. All right, so what I want to show you here is the gate pin, and you can see how much play that we have going backwards and forwards. Now I'm going to leave that loose until I've basically tested the gate to see where it all sits and where I need to adjust it. And we've also got pitch and angle to work with as well. Now we've got fairly straight or flat ground here, so we're not going to have to worry about the angle too much. But I also need to determine the height of the hinge. So what I'll do is I'm just going to tighten this one up just loosely for the minute, and then I'll put the gate on and we'll see where we sit from there. I'll see you soon. All right, so I've got my bottom hinge on at the bottom of the gate there. What I'm going to do is slide on this little pedestrian gate and just see where we sit in reference to both posts. All right, so I'm pretty happy about that sort of distance there. And coming back out, I'm happy about that as well. So what I'm going to do at this point is actually now fasten up the top hinge to hold the gate back onto the post. Then I can adjust everything and tighten everything up, and we're good to go. So I'll see you soon. All right, so remember that you've got your bracket hinge where it says top. This is the top. We've got our gate spacer. So what I'm just going to do now is just locate a point where we're inside this mesh. I can put my spacer in. Here's one I prepared earlier. We can lock that up. And I'll put one of the bolts in. And I'll just make this hand tight. So that still gives me a little bit of play to move things around. All right, now that's still fairly loose. Okay, so she moved a little. I'm happy with that there. So what I'm going to do is tighten this one up, and that gives me the options to play with the hinge down below. All right, one more. There we go. Okay, now at this point here, my gate's still moving quite freely. I'm just going to make sure that I can line up the hinges. And guess what? They've lined up! I'm so good. All right, I've got another bolt that we need to put through the bracket here at the top part of the fence. I'll just give that one a little nip as well. And then what I'm going to do now is adjust the bottom bracket about the pitch that we were talking about before with that pin. So follow me down there and I'll see you soon. All right, so what I want to show you is that flexibility that we have in that bottom pin. Now I'm lifting the gate up backwards and forwards now, and you can see how much flexibility we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up that the post sits nice and plumb with the fence post itself, and I'll tighten that one up, and then we're good to see if we actually get it all swung open. All right, I'll see you soon. All right, so here's the moment of truth. We're going to open the gate, and we're opening it uphill. Look at that. Nice and easy. So I've now got, as a part of my planning, pedestrian access to come in and start, maintaining stuff and whatever it may be. The hinge system itself from RoTech Rural, well, how long did that take? 10 minutes, so what a great Australian company. Full of great new ideas, hinges that actually work, gates that don't touch the ground. What more can a farmer want? Good for RoTech, good for me, good for Fat Cow Farm. I'll see you soon. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll have all the details for RoTech Rural and all their hinges on the comments. So I'll see you soon.